Let's move into section 3, which is the industry and competition. In this section, the first question is, what do most people misunderstand about phone business?
What most people misunderstand. I can't really say one thing certainly, but I just feel like a lot of people think, it's like oil money. There's people think people don't see the setbacks. There are a lot of setbacks that people don't really imagine when it comes to returns. Yeah, it's not really what a lot of people think. Yeah.
So that's the only setback, or the only thing people don't see behind the phone business, the returns.
And at the same time, for you to the amount of capital needed to run the phone business as well successfully is not easy. You get, and maybe if you lost like a single phone, it can take you, like, it's devastating. Let's say you lost one piece of an iPhone 17 Pro Max. How many phones you need to sell
to recover?
Yeah, so it's something that let's say when you lost items, it's really, really bad.
That means that one is really, really bad. So if you're planning to start a phone business, you should be ready for that. Thank you so much for that, Pasy Phones. The next question under this session is, what mistake do people make when buying phone and accessories?
There are a lot of common mistakes people make, right? Maybe focusing on cheaper phones other than the quality. Yeah, that's the most common mistake people make. When people are out there in the market looking for a phone, they are looking for the cheapest, but forgetting on what actually matters, the quality. It's never the same. The cheaper it gets, the worse it becomes. So,
well, at times people say they go for their budget. So what do you think about that? Maybe somebody has 100,000 that can buy an iPhone XR, an original one, then he or she sees a fake 12 just because they want to feel among.
That's the problem.
For the 12.
Yeah, you see somebody who even buy a copy iPhone 17 Pro Max for 100K rather than buying an iPhone XR for 100K that actually fits their budget. Those are some mistakes that people make, which do not really make sense.
So if somebody comes to you that they want to buy a copy iPhone 17, you advise them to take an XR?
I don't even sell all those copy stuff, so I will only try to talk them into buying an XR.
All right, thank you so much for that, Pasy. The next question under this session is, in this business, do you see yourself as having strong competitors, or how do you view competition in the market?
Yeah, just like any other business, there is strong competition out there. That's why you have to always stand out. Not only this business, any other business you do, you have to always figure out the way to stand out, because there is always competition. And in this one business, there is strong competition out there. And not to talk of the fact that a lot of people sell way cheaper. So you have to deal with that, being somebody who wants to maintain quality, you really cannot sell as cheap. So there is competition that a lot of competition you have to deal with out there.
But for me, I don't feel like there's competition in this market, like in this phone space in Cameroon, because I don't know, one guy made a post online asking that if I want to buy a phone in Cameroon, who is the most legit phone dealer in Cameroon, and all over the comment section, all I could see was Pasy Phones, Pasy Phones, Pasy Phones. So I think you are the monopolist in this market. What do you have to say about that?
Well, thank God for that, because we have over the years built, a reputable brand, but it still doesn't remove or take away the fact that there is competition. That's why I said you have to struggle to stand out. That is why I believe our brand is standing out. But then there is still competition, so we have to keep working. The moment you slow down, there are people who take over. Yeah, so we keep working.
All right, let's have a short test. If I give you 500,000 now, which phone will you recommend and why?
Let's say the best performant phone for 500K right now will be an iPhone 16 Pro. Yeah.
All right.
There are a lot of phones you can buy with 500K, but the most performance will be an iPhone 16 Pro. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much for that. So if I give you 500K, if somebody has 500K out there and he or she is planning to buy an iPhone, what do you recommend is
an iPhone 16 Pro.
All right, thank you so much for that. Let's have section 4 of this interview, which is one of the most important sections. It's all about branding and content creation. The first question under this session is, how important has branding been in growing Pasy Phones?
Branding in what sense?
How you position yourself out there, how you position the brand as Pasy Phones.
Okay, I think it's a very vital part of the business, right? talking about social media and all that, focusing on quality and all that. I think it has worked very well for me so far. Every like when you think about Pasy Phones, you think about quality. That's what we are known for, and it's working is very important. Yeah.
All right. Aside quality, is there other thing that if you see somewhere we can easily identify that this phone is coming from Pasy Phone, or if you see a package somewhere, we know that this package is coming from Pasy Phone.
What else other than quality? From the quality, I think quality is number one.
All right. So yeah,
Yeah.
your core value is quality.
Yeah, quality.
All right, thank you so much for that. And the next question on the next section is, what advice will you give to a new business owner about branding?
I mean, obviously, there to focus on quality. Focus on you must not be the cheapest. You must not be everywhere. Focus on one thing, quality, and it's sustainable. It may take time from the beginning, but when you finally build that brand, I mean, you enjoy it.
So you should build your brand on quality. As a new business owner, you should focus on quality, not price. Because at times we want to sell to everyone. Passive phone does not sell to everyone. That's what makes him outstanding. So if you are buying from him, you are buying nothing but the best. You should copy from his step. Thank you so much for that, Passy. The next question under this session is, you are also an influencer. Do you think people buy from you because of your influence or because of the quality of your products?
I would say people buy it because of the quality, mostly because of the quality. No matter how influential you could be, if somebody buys something from you once and it is trash, they're never coming back. So it's because of the quality first.
All right. So what role does your influence have to play?
Yeah, okay. I'm not taking away the fact that it plays a small part because yeah, a lot of people will like to buy from you if you're popular because they know that as a popular brand, you will not like to do anyhow because if you do anyhow, you have a whole image to protect,
That's
and
true.
yeah, it also plays a part.
All right. So